Hello, welcome to the forest. Take a minute, breathe, focus on you. This is a reading for the sign of Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus. Anything, nothing, whatever. If you just want to listen, that's cool too. For the week of November 15th, 2021. I will be using the Ethereal Visions Illuminated Tarot deck today and also the Crow Tarot. And we will be getting some guidance from the unicorns. They felt like they had something to say today, and then also a little pop of color from the Mystical Wisdom card deck. Felt like this was a good mix of that deep earthy knowledge, a little bit of vibrancy to it. To me, that felt very Virgo. um, take what resonates and feels true to your heart. If it doesn't, that's fine. You can just keep moving along. Um, Today we'll be looking at where you are currently on your path and where you want to be. And then I'll be asking our guides, your energies, the universe, all that good stuff, what they see ahead to help you and guide you, whether that is love, life, work, whatever. And then I'll also be drawing a card for balance, focusing on the element that comes out. So we'll have some good elemental energies. We have some creatures here too to help us on our way. And everything has been pre-shuffled and saged. And I will give everything a quick shuffle before I do anything, just so you can see it. But first we're going to start off with a little bit of wisdom from the unicorns. I feel like everything's maybe has a little bit of energy now and then, because most of the time everything is sleeping in hibernation. It's some days you have all this energy and some days you're like, no. I felt like maybe today was a little bit more of a slow day for the unicorns. It was just like, let me come out. But we're going to be a little slow about it. Not a hairstyle, pride. Oh, that's really cool. Time to take pride in yourself. Alright, and then we'll also see Oracle deck here says, time to embrace yourself, Virgo. What makes you you? How are you different? Do that. Be different. You'll never hear me say be the same. Really, though. What little pop of color for y'all do we have? A little bit of life still out there. It's not super snowy yet. Depending on where you live too in the country, universe, whatever. We also have the 7 heavenly virtues. Keys to goodness, along with pride. I love those colors. I love how the one girl is embracing these beautiful stars that are falling from the sky. Like yes, these are made for me. And then the other card you have her just she's so confident. She's not even thinking about her looks. Doesn't even look like she's just out and about having her day, but looks amazing and just being her, doing her thing. So I definitely think that's a really cool combination there. We'll keep going, see what else there is. Alright. And then, for most of the reading, we'll be using the Ethereal Visions deck. Give that a quick shuffle here. Could also be maybe that you aren't feeling super good about yourself, and that maybe pride is one of those things where normally you're yeah, don't be prideful, no one wants to think too much of themselves to the point where it's detrimental, but maybe that's the one thing right now that you're not feeling good about. Maybe you're not feeling great about yourself, out of those 7 heavenly virtues, that's the one that you should be focusing on. Just saying. It's okay if you're not like everybody else, and it's okay if you are too, really, but I don't think anybody's really like anybody else, especially once you start getting to know people. Everyone's different. And that is actually what I totally love about life. Like, to me, that makes things interesting. And you don't even have to like throw it out there, flaunt it or whatever. You know, you can just do you. You know, do your own little thing. Anyway, so we're gonna be looking at where you are currently on your path. I'm gonna just try to get a couple cards. Let's see, a couple cards for Virgo. A couple cards for Virgo. How are you feeling? What are you doing? Where are you on your path right now? 6 of Wands, the Page of Wands. Cool. All right. And then we're going to get a couple cards from the crocheter here to see where you want to be. And it looks like you're doing pretty good. Like, what you are doing is working. Maybe you're still kind of working things out. But you're feeling really good about it. Awesome. All right. Where does Virgo want to be? Wow. Let's see what that was. Maybe it'll come back out. Crow season. It is crow season. I was trying not to use these for like everything, but ooh, the 9 of Swords and the 6 of Pentacles. Whoops. That one flew out, so we're gonna put it there. I feel like you want to be at a place where you don't have to worry about all the other people around you who might be like stressing you out. Maybe what you're doing is working so far. We'll see. We'll see how they want to help you navigate this, because it looks like where you are right now is pretty good. And I mean, all these cards have like different meanings to them. Like, they're not all negative or all positive. And it could be too that, you know, maybe there's something going on where you want to like take that blindfold off and like be able to actually look and assess at the situation around you. Maybe there are some kind of stressful things going on, or maybe I just keep saying maybe we're just gonna like ask, dude, like, right? Jeepers. Okay. Yeah, we're get there. The Lovers. This 9 of Swords. Oh no. And it could be too, I mean, like some of the, like, you know, it might be that you're at this point like where maybe you need to grieve something. Maybe it's time for you to figure out, maybe you want to be at this place where you can just be like, I don't want things to be unfair. And it also may, oh, Four of Wands, 9 of Swords, Lovers, the Devil. Are you trying to do something a little bit shady, like on this little adventure you're going on? I mean, not that I'm trying to be like whatever, but I'm just like wondering here, like, it seems like it's a little bit tricky energy going on. Sorry for pausing there. Alright, I want to clarify where you are now. Because to me that seems like super nice, and then you have all this stuff where you're just like, but I'm going to be mad about this, or I'm going to think this is unfair, and I'm going to, you know, and I'm just like,
Well, it could be maybe something is going on that's unfair and you want to fix it and make it right? So let's see. And it could be that it might be really hard to get there and you might end up having to sacrifice some things. Or maybe some things are going on around you that are just like, just too much, like just overwhelming. And the things that you once loved are just kind of hurting you now, or maybe you feel like you're being taken advantage of. Justice and the Queen of Cups. So you feel like what you're doing right now like is good. It's balanced. It's really nice. I guess I'm just a little confused, like there's something going to be going on or is going on that's going to start making you question a lot of things. But like I also want to say, like, not from what I'm seeing, like, but like in a good way. Like sometimes it's good to question things because you know something is going on around you that isn't really good. And it might almost be like if you kind of like are in this place, like you might feel okay about it, like, hey, I don't know what's going on, and I'm just gonna ignore everything around me, and it's okay, like it's. But sometimes that kind of like isn't super good. Um, and I knew that this kind of challenging stuff would come up at the end here during one of these readings. I'm kind of glad it happened right away because it kind of like it's helping me work through it too. Um, Three of Swords. Sorry, I was like thinking about those cards while I was shuffling, so I kind of feel like my guides were like, you need to, like, you're talking about this, you need to keep at this anyway. I wonder if maybe there's stuff going on around you that you're not supposed to talk about. Like maybe, maybe you want to, or maybe I almost see this as like wanting to be able to just shut your eyes and turn away and be like, I don't see this. I don't know what's going on. This sucks. I wish this wasn't like this, but it is kind of a thing. I know that sucks. And I'm really sorry, but trust me, you don't really want to be there. You don't really want to not face these hard truths. I mean, if things aren't feeling right to you, there's probably a reason for it. And as much as you want to kind of just like hide and like bury your head in the sand or whatever, like don't do it. Like, and if you're gonna do it, you can only do it for so long. It's gonna come out. It's gonna end up hurting you worse than it did before. I'm not saying that it happened before. I don't know why I said that. Maybe it did. Like, I almost wonder because I feel like sometimes with like this card here, like maybe this was something that made you very, very happy once, and it was something maybe multiple people kind of knew about, or you know um, maybe people that maybe felt were once your friends or loved ones, maybe kind of feels like they're not on your side anymore. And they're not even helping you, they're not even trying to help you, they're just kind of like sitting there like, well, good luck to you or whatever. um I do see a lot of like love in this reading. I'm not gonna say it's love. Like, I don't like doing that necessarily because I mean, for all I know, you're having trouble at work or whatever. I mean, that could be it too. I'm mostly seeing a lot of like thoughts though, and a lot of feelings. I'm not seeing like super, super work thing, but of course, you can feel whatever about whatever. And I'm really sorry if you're going through something, and if you have something going on in your life that is not on the up and up. Like, I feel like maybe right now what you're doing is pretty good. Like, you kind of like, you're trying to stay balanced. You're trying to stay, how do I want to put this? I want to almost say, like, if you could just face this, like, I feel like you're almost, I don't know how to say this except that, like, I almost feel like this isn't quite true to the situation. Like, this is where you are. This is how you're feeling. And I feel like with the justice here, like you're you have the universe on your side looking out for you. They want you to be happy. You know, your guides, your familiars, your past on loved ones, they're looking out for you and they want you to be happy. Sometimes the truths you have to face are sometimes hard in order to get to these actual really nice places. You have to kind of go through shit. And even though you want to kind of like maybe turn away and hey, everything's fine. Sometimes things are not fine, and sometimes it's better to just kind of, deal with that, unfortunately. And I know like it can be really hard, and sometimes like especially if you're dealing with like anxiety or something like that, like even just doing small things are really hard, even if those things are going to help you in the long run to do what you need to get out of this. Whether that be talk to someone that you love, like, or, um, I think it's just, I feel like there's a lot of goodness out there for you, and I want you to be happy. But it just seems like not all of this is on the up and up. Let me see what else we have here. All right. The Hierophant. Oh. What else for along this path, this journey that we're going on? Can you tell me about what we can't quite see there? Sometimes the leaves are pretty thick and there's branches and it's like I can't tell where this is going. The Sun and the Hierophant. Ooh. I feel like if you friggin' yeah, Ten of Swords. Good. Whatever is going on, you have to like face that truth. And I know it sucks and it's going to be hard, but you know in your heart of hearts that that's the right thing to do. You have to do this. I mean, I know it's hard. You're up in your head and it's just, you might not even know yet. Like, this might still be like something that's coming around the way, but you're kind of getting hints at it, inklings at it, like maybe from friends or families, online things, or just like your gut feeling, or, like, and I see you kind of like in your thoughts about things, and with this devil card here, like, and the lovers, I feel like this is just like this powder keg that's just gonna explode. And then it's gonna shoot all these swords into your back, and you're just gonna be like, ah, dang it. But that is in itself a release, and that can bring back balance. That can, and that's what they're trying to do. They're trying to give you balance. And I feel like they want you to be happy. Like, don't let other people, like, I don't know, don't let other people try to tear you down, you know? Don't let situations break you. There is the Sun. It's right there. As soon as you face this truth and are able to deal with it, you're gonna feel happy again. I'm not seeing a lot of like cards here that are like, I'm gonna be super super sad about this forever. I'm seeing more like a release that you're gonna have to do in order to move on, and a lot of it's gonna be mental, and it might, interrupt your routine. It might be something that's just, I don't know. Like, I'm so sorry. It might be a little bit difficult for a little bit here, but I think you're gonna have it because I see you with the Hierophant. I see you listening to your inner self, your inner wisdom. Maybe even if you talk to somebody. I mean, the Hierophant can also be like, um, higher, what I want to say, spiritual guidance, I guess. It could be like a teacher. It could even be like, for me, like, or anybody could be like, a mentor. Um, hey, maybe you're just listening to a lot of these videos and you're like, why do all these videos keep saying that something shady is going on? Because I feel pretty happy and I want to go do this thing. And you're just like, I thought everything was cool. And then suddenly maybe these little things are going to start kind of popping up for you here and there where you're just like, why is this like this? And why is this like this? Like, this doesn't quite make sense to me. It could just be as simple as something as like a breakup or job thing or whatever. Um, but it might not be, you know. I mean, this could simply be like a mental process that you're going through, you know. Maybe there are some things in your life that don't quite feel right, that are kind of tripping you up, that aren't making you feel good about yourself. And you're like, well, this sucks. Like, why am I always thinking negative thoughts all the time? You know, like I want to be happy again. So, you know what? Yeah, take a minute to assess your situation. Maybe try to connect more with your feelings, since I'm not seeing a lot of that except for, you know, the Queen of Cups there. And I even feel like maybe she can even be guiding you through this energy, you know, especially with the Justice card there. I feel like I feel like you have this, and I feel like if you stay in this energy of being victorious, of being happy, and like knowing like where you want to go and what you want to do, I think that you will be totally fine and you will be able to get through this, whatever this is. You know, that just embrace that queen in you, that emotional balance, you know, because even when it looks gloomy outside, the sun is always there. I mean, it's one of those funny things, like when you're in an airplane and it's all dark and gloomy, and then you get up above the clouds and you're like, oh my gosh, there's blue sky up here. Like, who knew, right? It's still there. The sun is still there. And honestly, like, I mean, now that I'm getting toward the end of this read, I'm definitely just feeling like you're trying to face some hard truths. And I see you persevering and getting through it, and you will find your happiness. It's there. I mean, thank you for putting up with me while I got through this, and hopefully I'll get better. I love y'all. I'm going to do one card for an elemental energy, and I think for that we'll just do the Crow Tarot here. Elemental energy, well, for Virgo, to help them balance and focus and get through this tough time we may be going through. The sun. Oh my gosh. That's pretty neat. Okay. I mean, that's not an element. I mean, it's an element. It's, I mean, fire, right? Sun. I mean, not technically, but technically, the world are we in? I guess it depends. Yeah. I mean, I really like that. I would just, you know, focus on that warmth, the things that bring you. I don't want to keep saying like bring you happiness. Like that's so lame, but really, like you're gonna get through this. You know, it's there. You're gonna get through this. I promise. It says it right here, okay? Anyway, I will talk to you later, and thank you, and hopefully I see you again.